Hey everybody, top lunch to you all. Welcome back to another segment of Lunch Outcast with my Toea. Now, as you can see, I'm outside again. Don't mind the background. The message is important, okay? Today's topic we're going to talk about, and I'll be trying to give some reasoning about this topic, is your career won't make you happy. You straight out of the bat, you'll ask, why would your career won't make you happy? Now, I'll be clear right now. I'm not talking about people, that can't, have a career or pursue a career. People that, physically they can't. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people that are, able, capable of, having a career, pursuing a career. That let's be clear first. And a lot of things that you've seen around, especially in the Western world, that's been pushed into our culture. And one thing is, they say is like, pursue a career. You can, delay family or even, completely abandon family, to build a family and pursue a career, which is most, the highest form of achievement of being a human being. That's a lie. You see a lot of feminists, they'll talk about this, and they're pushing this into our culture right now. You see a lot of women pursuing a career rather than family, and doing, which is good, but some of the reasons that I'll give will make you, think twice. I'll just give you two, illustration, okay? You look at this. When you have a family and when you have a career. When you have a career and when that career, fires you, or God forbid you died on the job, they'll just forget about you. They'll just replace you in a couple of not months, just days. They'll replace you and put someone in there to do your job. Now you look at a family. When you leave your family, or like I said, you die or something happened, terrible happened to you, you leave a mark upon their lives. It can't be a space that can't be filled with any other person. And people may say, like, there's a new thing they say, child free, a lot of these, things that the Western culture is pushing towards, just child free, and having, they say that they are more happy when they don't have kids, and when they living a life that is filled with vacations and all these going to places and seeing places and having dinners and everywhere. And they say that it's you being happy. And people out there, you watching, you go on Google and you Google if people are happier without having kids, or pursuing a career to make them more happy. And you'll see some studies out there that say that when you don't have kids and you pursue a career which make you happy. But things that are wrong with those kind of studies, they assume, meaning that person itself is giving the self-assessment that he's happy. Number two, they assume people, have a correct understanding of, happiness. They think, having all this money and living a luxurious life without even sharing with, your family, or, building a family, they have a wrong understanding of happiness, okay? I like to see a study that shows that people are happy when they have a career, and when they're in their early mid-20s, early 30s. I like to see a study that after 10, 15, maybe 20 years down the line, and you go same interview study, those people that they say they're happy at that particular time. At that time, they won't have, after 10, 15 years, they'll be in a house by themselves, a lot of rooms, and no one to share it with because they don't have kids, or because they were pursuing their career in a foregoing family altogether. But you look at Papua New Guinea, our culture, especially we have, one talks and, friends that come around. It's quite different from a Western point of view, and you look at our cultural context. But the idea, the main message is still the same. The primary reason why, you go to work is to earn money, okay? And if you saying that you don't want to have a family, you have responsibilities, in other words, responsibilities, to take care of something other than yourself. And then the reason why you're going to work and pursuing this career is just all about you. People may argue that these provide a service or healthcare, but you wouldn't go for that job for free. The primary reason we're going for a job is to get paid. And without having a family, and you're going for the job, pursuing a career, status and money and all this, and you don't have a reason behind it, and you're thinking about yourself. It's self-centered now, and everything I do is for me and me and me alone, and no for the family. But in our culture, you see, we have Papua New Guinea, we have one talks and friends that it's quite different from the Western world, and you look at our culture, but still the idea of pursuing a career, even though people that have kids, they sometimes forgo family, they just focus on their career, and after some time and after some years, the kid is grown up with television, and now especially TikTok and movies and things on the website that on the internet that they're not supposed to look at that age, and they are groomed into that ideology. And you as a parent, you forgo, in a sense, you forgo family, and you pursue career. You have kids, but you forgo them, and you pursue a career and focus more on your career, and you forget about the little ones. That's where people that have kids do. Sometimes they do that. So your career won't make you happy. When you leave a job, they say, oh, they're gonna miss you. After 1 week, they don't even talk about you anymore. You're gone. It's really important when you have a family, if something, that's your why, to pursue, something other than, greater than yourself, and to take care of, something other than yourself. A lot of feminists out there will argue with me and say, oh, that's important more than your family. But you look at the biological reason behind it, okay? You just think about it. You forgo family. Well, especially for women, they, their biological clock is, ticked out. You look at it in a biological sense too. It doesn't make any sense. How would you delay family until when you can't, your likelihood of getting, conceiving, a child is less at that age. Now, you look at there's this movie. It's called Into the Wild. It's a real life story of this guy. His name is Christopher McCandles, if I'm pronouncing it right. So he had everything. He had a good, decent job. He had family, friends. he forgo everything, and he walked into the wilderness of the America, the forest and the mountains. After some time, they found him. He was dead. He died of starvation. And he, in his notebook, he wrote things down that he thinks, to keep a record of him or something. He wrote down something that is profound. He said, happiness is only fulfilled when it's shared. And it's really profound. You see, you try to pursue something without having a cause, a reason behind it, and without to share it with people that are around your circle. It's just a selfish, self-centered life you're living. Those are some of the pointers, counterpointers to your career won't make you happy. And I hope I hope you learn something and heard about some of the points that I shared. I'll see you again in the next segment of Lansawa Cast with my Toea. Until next time, always remember, tell the truth.